Hey everybody, welcome to today's daily market commentary. It is Wednesday, the 15th of November. What is it, the Ides of November? Hope you guys all had a great trading day. I am your host, Chuck Fulkerson. We're going to talk a little bit about the same thing we do each and every day. The idea here is that we look at the same 8 to 12 futures markets and we leave the lines on the charts so that you can see the good, the bad, and the ugly when we have trades. And really, most importantly, is how do those trades happen over time? I was speaking to somebody today who watches the channel, and one of the things that he said that he liked is that we show how our trades evolve over time, and we're pretty consistent with it. Rather than having a bunch of different opinions, it's only one. And so, like my grandfather told me once, opinions are like armpits. Everybody has one. Most of them stink, and they're usually a bit hairy. So, but nonetheless, you're gonna get one opinion on what the market's doing and what my thoughts are. So let's go ahead and roll through it. Starting with the S&P. So on the ES, which is our S&P market, we did the same thing today that we've done for the last couple of days. And what that means is that we've gone down throughout the day, and then we rally back up. And then in the overnight hours, we fall some more. And that's what we did today. We came down throughout the middle of the day, and then we rallied back up, and the overnight hours, we're falling some more. And so we're starting to see the S&P down 14 on the day, so a little bit of a down day overall. But that's okay. We are none of the levels that we had established met entry or really came even close to entry. I will tell you that I looked at this level late last night, thought about it, decided, I'm not going to use it, and now I'm kicking myself. But remember, there will always be reasons to kick yourself. You'll always miss trades, and it's okay, not to catch every single one. I still have this level set up for a potential long, and this level up here for a short. Now, this level down here that I've set up for the potential long, I actually like it better because of the reaction that happened today off the Nasdaq level. Now, this Nasdaq level, this is called getting nicked by a tick, right? I mean, price almost came into our area and then boom, shot up out of that level. The level is still valid, but I'm going to change my entry style here to an entry that price has to enter the level, and then I would get long as it comes out of the level. So that's what a dashed line means for us in this daily market commentary, is that a dashed line means we wait for price to come in to this area of support, and then we get long as it starts to come back out. We almost came into it. I don't think that it completely eliminates its possibility, but it definitely weakens it in my eyes a bit. Crude oil, after our breakout short that we had the entry on yesterday, has not come back into our potential re-entry today. It's really not a whole lot to cover there, as crude oil just kind of chopped along sideways. Gold, once again, this is that you feel like you miss things. This one wouldn't have gotten me filled anyway, but this strong move down, as you're watching that thing happen, you're getting angry that you missed it. But there's rule number one, is that you shouldn't get angry, right? There should be no emotion involved in the position, because there was really no way of knowing for certain that was going to reverse based on the rules that I use for high probability turning point trades. Still have a level out there that I'm waiting on for price to get back into this area of resistance, if indeed it does. And then there's a little bit of a support level way down here, but that's on the daily chart. I still think that we could be setting up for a bigger breakdown if we break below this level, since it's been hit a few times. So I'm not ready to call it yet, but it is something that's on my radar. So gold, not a whole lot out there for me today, in really any of those markets. Now, the bond markets. So our bond markets, we had that little level yesterday. Today, I've got really nothing that has given me an opportunity to get in. Thought maybe we would retest this region down here. Never actually came back into that region, so still kind of waiting and holding off. Got a breakout long above this 125, 145, but other than that, really nothing in the 10-year note. The Aussie. So the Aussie, we got our breakout, and yesterday I talked about that breakout. I was not feeling super comfortable with it. I think I did the recording right at about 3 o'clock my time, and then boom, at 5 o'clock it completely fell down. So the breakout started to occur. I think the Twitter emoji I put up was the prayer emoji on Twitter. And it definitely fell from there. Allowed me to manage the stop a bit tighter. I would move, if you're still in this thing, I'd move that stop down now to lock in some profits, take some money off the table. But the Aussie is still working out in our favor. Eventually, this is our bigger picture objective in the Aussie, somewhere around 755. The euro, we got a little reversal today off of this, off this high, this little bit of fair price area before a strong drop. We got a little bit of price reversal off of there. I am not come anywhere near that level. It's, once again, not something that would have fit my rules based on what I'm trading. I do kind of like this little sideways price action we've got going on here, showing me that there's that fair price area here in the euro, that if we break down from this point, I could realistically see us getting down to this 1175. For a very small time frame trade, that one could be an effective trade if you're interested in it. I'm not going to mark it off. Mostly, once again, because of the time of the day that I'm looking at it. Time of the day matters for when I get into a trade. If I'm already in one, no problem. But getting into one, I'm not comfortable getting into it at this time of the day. All right, so next would be the Canadian dollar. So the Canadian dollar, once again, still chopping between our lines of support and resistance, have not come back into those regions yet. When we do, we will look for some sort of a reversal down here or a breakout above here. Last but certainly not least, our nat gas level, nowhere near the nat gas level. I'm going to leave that one be. The Great British Pound today, let me pull this one up, did meet our small time frame entry and then came down to what would realistically be considered the profit objective. So the profit objective is going to be the closest fair price area away from that entry, and that's going to be right here. So this one did make a nice this is a really quick small time frame opportunity. If you held on and you're still in this thing, manage your stop accordingly, simply because we are now just kind of basing along. We're in a range where all the stuff we've done for the last 10 hours is smaller than the range we did for this 1 hour right here. So if you were able to catch that one, hip, hip, hooray. You may not have. Oops, wrong button there. But for now, I've got to remove this line. So for today, the Great British Pound and the Aussie were both profitable winning trades on our style, and no other trades met entry today for us to evaluate. Although we got really close on the Nasdaq, we did not meet entry on that one. The Japanese yen, once again, this is one of them I was looking at, and I decided not to do it. And it hashtag go figure. But once again, didn't fit my rules, not jumping in. The reason I was considering this one, by the way, was simply because it existed in the past here as an area of resistance, a little bit of a ceiling, and then could become a new floor. And that's kind of why I was considering it. Did not do it. Didn't fit the rules completely. Primarily, once again, because the time of the day that showed up was in the late evening time, not a time that I'm normally looking for high probability opportunities to show up. So that's our levels for today. If you have any questions, do me a favor. Give me a like on the page, share the page. If you got comments or questions or concerns, let me know. Looks like next week I'll be doing the class on candle-to-candle trading. I'll let you guys know when I'm going to do that live video on candle-to-candle trading, but it looks like it will be sometime next week. Until then, tomorrow's video, I would expect it to be out a bit late. I've actually got a commitment with my church where I'm going to be cooking some turkeys. Yes, you heard me correct. I'm cooking some turkeys. So I actually won't be in front of the markets after the markets close. So expect the video to be a bit later tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to the channel. I really appreciate it. Your words of encouragement and feedback, they really, really do mean a lot. Thanks so much. See you all soon.